Hi everyone, it's me, Veronica Bartolini with Codebreaker Real Talk. And I wanted to come up a little bit just to show you some of the pictures that I've taken here of the sky. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna share the screen one moment. So here is the full moon and the one that just passed. And then I caught that right on my Ring doorbell camera. And then this is a ship right here. Okay, and then the next one. Is, hold on, I'm sorry. The next one will be what I caught as a lightning. This one is my neighbor coming out, and then you see this right here. This is actually, it just went really quick in the beginning of the video, and in the video it won't show up. So if you see there's a line that comes through the top portion, and then this right here goes all the way down. See all this? This is a line right here. It goes all the way through. That's really interesting. It was a lightning, like a lightning bolt. You see it all the way down? Okay. Next one, I'm going to show you a ship here. Okay, so this one here is a picture of, this one looks like a Tr3b right here, but this one could be the F-47, possibly. When I went driving with one of my friends, we went up to the Catalina Mountains, and it was in that where I caught this. And this is open right here. You see, that's like a ship here that is carrying this thing, and it's like, woof, it opens it, and then boom, it comes down here. And like I said, here looks like a Tr3b, like a V here. And then there's a shadow on the bottom, see? All right. So this is how they do it. They open the gate of one bigger ship and then boom, give you that one. Okay. All right. Next one. See what I can find. I have so many. This one looks like there was a lot of warring going around there. They had a lot of ships. They usually do. And I went walking with my Lola. So I got a bunch of these pictures of the this one looks like it's shooting down something. Um, it's really interesting. And when I went to the VA, I caught a whole lot as well. See if I can find more. I have to go to my files a moment. This one is, I caught these orbs in my room. I don't know if you can see that. See if I can zoom in a little more. And then there was 3 that one time that I caught it. There have been times where I have caught like these kind of zygotes, I guess you can say. They're white like this, and they look like a sperm head. Huge around my room. That one happened in 2018, right after my awakening. And 2 nights ago, I had a dream where there were these zygotes, like they're long and they have like all these little like balls on them, like long, like this. And there's 3 of them. And they came in a box. And I'm like, what is this? You know, one of my friends was in my dream, and I peeled one of them off and I threw it against the wall, and then boom, it stuck against the wall. And then, but they were dancing. And then I threw another 2 together, and they wanted to go together, right? And then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to take them, I'm going to put them back in the box. I don't know who gave them to me. And I'm going to take them to the, my friend at her house, and we're gonna see if they stick to the wall. Well, they wouldn't go. They wouldn't go. They got stuck on the top of the door frame of my house in the dream. And I'm like, what's going on? And I woke up thinking of these zygotes that I catch on my camera. It's really interesting. Let's see if I can kind of show you one. I'll show you a B-21 Raider, what I call Manta Ray. It's funny because Sheila, my Hulk, she has a manta ray, and it's cloaked. You see, it's like a V, like that, and it's cloaked. And this I caught. I don't know. It was this one I caught by the Catalina Mountains, and then there's another one that I caught by a mountain that is in one of my videos. So this is the Manta Ray B-21 Raider that I see. Okay, and it's huge, 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 huge. Okay, one moment. Let me see what else I can find. And thank you, because I have to keep stopping and recording again and to find the files. I don't want to show you all my screenshots. It would be boring. Just kidding. Maybe not. This one's really interesting here. I found by the university here. This is here. This is what I found very interesting. It's supposed to be a star, but it's not. And these are supposed to be stars, but they're not. These are, do you see this grid here? It's actually a pole, the electricity pole. And they like to hang out, these things like to hang out here. And then look at that one. It's plasma, probably the military, because they like to cloak in military. In my book, I also talk about the actual thing. It's a very long word that they use to cloak, and also cloud seeding. In my Sheila and the 99 book, it's there for the end. It's part of my classes. Let me see what else I can show you guys here. This is the one I showed three of my friends. This one here, it caught as I was coming home. This here is a thing that went from the bottom of the ground through, and it went through the roof of my house. I caught that on doorbell. Very interesting. Very interesting, because I had told someone that I was thinking of my dad the day before, and the day that I was thinking of my dad, I went outside and I found a dime. My dad sends me dimes or nickels. So when I was little, I would ask my dad, "Apa, quiero un cora, quiero un 25, quiero para ir a la tienda. I want, Dad, give me a quarter, so I can go to the 99-cent store." Because back then they were not called 99-cent stores, but they had like pink. I wanted some pink pearls and like a pink bracelet and a ring and a crown. And he would say, "Mijita, no tengo ni un cinco." Like he would say, "I don't even have a nickel, un cinco." Or cinco is also, no tengo ni un cinco, means I don't have any money. Like it's slang. Or he would say, "No tengo nomás tengo dos bolas." Like I only have $2, bolas. I don't know why. It's very slang, but I do know the perfect Spanish, of course. But when we're like just in family, we can talk whatever. But when we're at the doctor's, right, or somewhere formal with our family, it has to be very formal. But I find that interesting. So my friend said, "Hey, what if that was your dad and communicating with you and checking up on you?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh," or Max. I said, because I always talk to Max. I communicate with Max Spears and my dad, and also, some of my loved ones that have passed, like my grandma. But yeah, I found that really, I used to say really interesting. I find it really interesting. There you go. Let's see what else. These are the little balls that I caught, that I showed you like just earlier. They say, "Oh, these are stars." No, they're not stars. There's something there, something there. It's really, really interesting what I find in the sky. Here's a better picture of the post, the electricity post. You see, they like to hang out, these things. They're pretty much spyware. They're spying on us. Spyware for the military. There you go. That blue circle here. This is supposed to be a star, but it's not. You see that? It has colors and everything. All right, plasma, electromagnetism, how we are. One more. This is what I mean by zygote, guys. This is what was in my dream as well. I caught this by the U of A. Sorry, I'm drinking plastic. But don't worry, I drink Shilajit every day. Anyway, don't you guys find it kind of interesting? Like, I've had to cut ties with people that, oh, I have to wear my chanclas, I have to wear my sandals, I have to grab what's from the ether and Mother Earth. And I'm like, cool, but you have a shitty attitude. You're a narcissist. You treat me like shit. Excuse my language. I went off on another tangent, but some of these love and lighters, it's like, really? You have your long hair, you have your sandals, but you treat yourself and you speak ill of yourself and you treat me like crap. So I'm like, snip, snip, no more. No more being friends with you, darling. Okay, so this is another one here. Okay, it's like little ships, right? They're not angels. Some people are, oh my gosh, it's an angel. No, then I'm an angel. Hi, all these screenshots. My goodness. Okay, this one is in my book. I'm going to go off on tangent. Chad made this for me for my book, and that's the actual jellyfish beam that's in my first book. Okay, with Mellon, Christopher Mellon. What is Christopher Mellon doing in my dreams? This is a picture. I wanted to show you my eyes. Okay, this one looks kind of normal. The thing on the bottom is the eyelashes, obviously. There's like the color green, red, but I find interesting is this one here. I took a screenshot of my own eye because I thought, what the hell? They have like these little squigglies in there. You see that? That right there. Those squigglies. Like, what is that? What are those? Right? And it's not the eyelash because it would have been all over and it would have been black like this one. But they always told me that I had some kind of freckle in one of my eyes. And they just took this picture this year. I'm like, look at that. They look like aliens. And then I see floaties too. So they told me that the doctor's like, oh, we don't know what that is. Well, I know another doctor, he talks online. He says that those are parasites. And lately I haven't seen any floaties for a good month now because I've been taking the Shilajit. Oh, look at this. This is what I found when I went to the ranch on the north side. And this happened right before that supposedly it was Starlink or whatever, or a meteorite, they said. And this went on right before it flew by. So you guys can look at my channel. I have a playlist there of my Unchained Hearts as well, but you'll see that I took it live. I had no idea what was happening. I went for a walk and I'm like, holy F, let's go to the ranch. And we drove over there and caught that. So I thought that was really interesting. And what else do I have here? So many screenshots. Please. This is a picture that is in my YouTube also. This is how some of us super soldiers that are stars came through. I know that I came through the sun portal, and they caught me. Somehow they caught me because I don't remember signing any agreement of being in the super secret soldier program or whatever the F. There's just, see, I didn't want to show you all my screenshots because it's like so many. I wanted to specifically show you guys what I catch. For time's sake. More orbs. Okay, I'll be back because this is taking a while. One moment. Let's see what else I can see here. Here's what I was trying to tell you guys. You see this? This is like plasmoid. They're pretty much satellites, ships, something to keep an eye out. This is military. This plasma thing is military that I know of. Here you go. Here's one that kind of looks like a football goal, like a goal right here, but it's a ship. And then there's another one here. Like I said, they use a cloaking device. See this one. There's a ship right here. Right here. Another one up here. And on the top too, if you saw that. These are what I call wispies, but they're actually, some say that they're beings. See, but the thing of it is here in the negative, you can see like another ship here. Right there. It looks like a manta ray. But some people have said, oh, Miles Johnston, I couldn't believe it because for years I've been saying these wispies are real. Like I'll show you if I can find more. But he says then he talked about the Fabian agenda, how, pretty much the humans being put into, like, for example, Johnny Depp, the movie with Transcendence that I always talk about. He didn't want to die, so he was put into a computer. The thing of it is, the big secrets that I talk about, and that listen to the channel, is we don't die. We don't die. Right now we're in this avatar, but we don't die. We go to other places. Now, what they want to do, they, meaning the archons, or we'll call them aliens, or I call them the humans that have the technology from Atlantis, and they like to play games, and they like to put us in different bodies, or put us like, we can exist. We have more than Planck technology, more than femto. It's Planck, and even now they're coming up with another name for technology. It's more than nanotech. So what they like to do is they like to put us in different scenes, like sleeper rooms, sleep rooms. They like to use this for their video games. So I always say that we have to fight our way out of this matrix, fight our way out of this, the reality plus realities plus other realities. There's multiverses, right? There's all kinds of stuff. So Brad Olson, on one of my videos, he asked me, under Unchained Hearts, he asked me, well, have you found a way to get out? And I said, yes. And he said, well, what is it? I said, through my heart, through our heart. We have to keep dissecting and the programs, and then putting them out there and saying, okay, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, I'm done with this program. Everything is a program here. Your belief system, like, what do you believe? Is that a program? You go to church, why? Because they told you to go to church. how do you know who wrote the Bible? They say, oh, the Holy Spirit. Well, to me, the Holy Spirit is AI. I do believe in a lot. I do believe in, that there is something that's bigger, obviously, because, well, it's in my book. I'm just not going to go into it. Let's go over here and see what else I can find. This is what I caught by the moon, one of the full moons, 2 months ago. Look at this. Little ships right there. Oh, very interesting. This I call the seahorse, the seahorse ships. Like a Z, but these are military ships here, big ones. Always look at the negative space as well. See, there's one right there. And a lot of the times they're like doing war games from 1991, 92, red and blue war games with drones, unmanned drones, and all kinds of practices, training. Here's the carrier before the ship. This right here. This is up on the Catalinas, and the one here carried it to where I took the other picture a few minutes later, and it opened, and that's when you saw that. But anyway, these are like carriers, but they're cloaked. This one here I showed you earlier, but now I'm showing you the full picture. You see like the sun ray is going, but then this seems like a shot, like something's going on there. And then when you see this warping, um, gosh, I would call it like the ripple effect. That's when they're going through the dimensions. Okay, the ships. See what else I have here. There's just so many. Here's this one. Striations. You just have to like look in between also. In between the space. See, there's one right there. Right there. There's a ship. Okay. More. I got tons. What you do is you take 3 pictures of what you're looking at. Okay, so 3 times. And then you can also take 3 with a flash. But when you take with a flash, the pictures with the flash, then you're calling them. You know what I mean? You're getting their attention. Even though they can see you already taking a picture. But let's see here. See, these are ships. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they open here. There's just so much here. Writing, other books. This is when they're fighting, doing their war games. They're like popping off left and right. So I was like, I'm bored. Don't be bored. It's fun. Here is another ship here from the one previous. And look here, what's behind. But anything that's plasmoid, anything that's shiny, even at night, I've taken pictures. I can't find it right now, but I will in another show maybe. Or when I see you guys in person. When I go visit the farms, sometimes I'll go at night and take pictures. And there's a lot of, I guess, anomalies, you can say, just weird stuff happening around. They have drones, they have, and there's like these things that light up and they're like plasmoid. So they kind of look like this, but like more shiny. Let me see. By the way, are you guys going to the full disclosure now? That would be awesome. This was in 2021 when I went in Las Vegas. It was the biomedical. This was back in the day when we were all hanging out and being, good to each other. A lot has changed. I know Susan's going to kill me because I showed this picture. Sorry, Susan. And then there's Nisha Johnson. I don't know if she's going to be in the one in Florida, but that's July 14, well, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'll be there. I'll be there with you guys. There's another one with Amaria Sweet. I can't wait to see her. That was 2021 Vegas. I spoke there. And this year they ran out of slots. So, but for sure they said next year. All right, this is the Code Breaker Real Talk on Telegram. That's what you'll see there from the movie Halo. And one last one, and I'm going to call it a day. I was supposed to, today, I thought today was Saturday. And I'm like, I told my guest, Pilar, she's going to be on tomorrow. I said, hey, where are you? And she's like, I work on Fridays. I thought it was tomorrow. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, time traveling again. I hate it when that happens. Hate it. All day yesterday, I thought, okay, it's Friday. No, today's Friday. Friday the 25th today. I wanted to show you the logo for this year that Brian made. It's Disclosure Now 2025, Cerrita Beach Resort, Florida. From July 15th through the 18th, 2025. I can't wait. I've never been to Florida. I did have one of my sisters live there for a year. She worked for, she was a paralegal for it was a federal employment. It was fun. She said it's beautiful. She said I'll probably fall in love with it and want to move over there too. It's like, man, one of these days I want to move to Montana, Oregon, now Florida, then Texas, then California. I've lived in California, but anyway, it's going to be fun, guys. There's going to be 30 speakers. I was supposed to speak this year, but I had told Brian no because of my lung. It's still in a lot of pain where they took the lower left lobe. But somehow I spoke to him and I'm going. I can't wait to see you. And then the finale, I'll show you this screenshot that I just took from my Instagram, but I have the original picture. It's like a wheel, kind of like a wheel, like a star. See that? That right there is a ship. And I'm Veronica Bartolini with Codebreaker Real Talk. Thank you for being on today. I appreciate you listening to me. Thank you for just being with me throughout all these years with all the, when you're on YouTube, there's drama, sadly. There's people that like to separate other people and they just want to do the Project Artichoke, which is just being by yourself. They don't want you to have any friends. And this is sadly what happens in our community. Okay, well, I love you guys. See you later. Bye. Have a nice, what is today? Sorry, my laptop is lagging. Have a nice Friday. See you tomorrow.